You see, this is the Britain that I wish we could be a bit more like. Like, there's no worries and everyone's carefree and there isn't a ridiculous buffoon controlling our country who's playing the hokey cokey with the EU.
Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, the okie dokie. Oh, the okie dokie. Knees bent, arms stretched, rah, rah, rah.
We could all strive to just be a little bit more like Downton Abbey. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lord Luke of Reviews, and I ain't doing any more of that accent. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Luke's Reviews, and on today's video, one of the biggest TV shows is finally getting its own feature film debut. No, it's not. It's not Breaking Bad. That's coming out in a couple months. Of course, it is Downton Abbey. The year is 1927, and the staff and residents of Downton Abbey are in for a surprise when it is announced that the King and Queen of England will be calling at Downton during their Yorkshire tour. So, the staff have to work like they've never worked before in order to get Downton in a fit state to house royalty. However, obstacles are discovered when the King's very own team arrive and send procedures into chaos. Let's not beat around the bush here. At its core, this film is nothing more than just a glorified Christmas special. It's a 2-hour episode of the TV show that we as an audience can see on a big screen. That's pretty much the sum of this review. It's just feels like another episode, and that's quite a good thing. The biggest compliment that I can bestow upon this film is that creator and writer Julian Fellowes. It does feel like he is just welcoming the fans of the show back with open arms. It knows when to be grandiose, it knows when to strike up the theme, it knows precisely when just to be a little bit pompous. As someone who watched the show now and again, I wouldn't really consider myself a fan. I liked it. It was a very easy, simple watch. There is just something so kind and warm about spending time with these characters. And the best part is that their characteristics, they haven't changed in the slightest. You have Carson, played spectacularly by Jim Carter, who is always the voice of reason and grace as the main head butler. Mary, played assuredly by Michelle Dockery, who just exudes confidence and brashness as potentially the heir to Downton Abbey. Anna Bates, in my eyes, one of the show's best characters, played brilliantly by Joanne Froggatt, who always takes the role of a really caring individual and just wants to make sure that Downton Abbey stays a really happy and positive place the entire time. And you also have probably the best character on the show, and probably the best character in this film, Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith. I feel like I've just committed treason there. Dame Maggie Smith as Violet Crawley, who you never need an excuse to just re-emphasize the fact that Dame Maggie Smith is one of the greatest actresses to have ever lived. But her comedic timing is fantastic. She plays her character so well that she will just say whatever is on the tip of her tongue, not really caring who it offends. She will always have the last word in any conversation. It's joyful. It's a delight to actually just watch these characters interact with each other. And Fellowes knows that he can place these characters in any situation, and the actors themselves will just magically be able to get the best results out of it. Sadly, though, as delightful as the time that we spend with them is, the story here just never comes together. Literally, it's as simple as it can be. The King and Queen are coming to Downton. Downton must prepare. That's about it. There are a few little side stories and character arcs, but this is where I get into my main negative, and an issue that I had with the show itself, is that you have your underlying story. In this instance, it's the King and Queen coming to visit, and then they'll sprinkle in moments for the characters to do something, for them to have a big moment in, let's just call it what it is, an episode. And here, you get these moments, but they just come out of the blue. They literally come out of nowhere. All of a sudden, wow, this has happened, okay, and it's done. And we're never going to address it again. That's more or less how it goes. And there'll be other instances where characters are given a dilemma, or there's something that they've got to emotionally overcome, and they'll do it within the space of a scene. That being said though, despite its rushed nature, the costumes and production design are second to none. The score by John Lunn is beautifully prestigious. They're easy. It's an easy film to watch, but one that I'm not really going to look back upon. Fans of the show are likely to love this. It is enjoyable to reunite with this terrific group of characters, but aside from it warming your heart, Downton Abbey very much sits on the surface level. There is an attempt to delve into the pros and cons of the monarchy, but it's incredibly brief. I do wish more characters had more to do, but on the whole, it's a very pleasant and harmless trip to the movies. Overall, I'm going to give Downton Abbey a 6.5 out of 10. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on Downton Abbey. Let me know if you've seen the movie, what you thought of the film in the comments below. And my question to you, who is your favourite character from Downton Abbey? Thanks for watching! Let me know what you thought of this film down in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The links to all of my social media accounts are in the description below. Many thanks for watching guys, and I shall see you in the next video.